Good evening. Welcome to the graduation exercises for the class of 2004. Please stand for the processional and remain standing during the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem.
Good evening. My name is Katie Manzi, and I'm the committee vice president for the class of 2004. And it is now my honor to introduce to you the Longmeadow High School staff and tonight's honored guests. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Courtney Zwerko, class executive vice president. At this time, we'd like to invite you to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes. I would now ask our marshals, Jessica Parker and Charlie Holm, members of the junior class who have been selected by the seniors for this honor, to please seat the class of 2004. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Charlie. All other guests, please be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome parents, family, and friends to an evening of celebration as we gather to honor the accomplishments of the class of 2004. On behalf of our students, I would like to extend a thank you to the members of the Long Meadow School Committee and School Council, to the selectmen, to our clergy, and to our teaching staff, especially Mrs. Patricia Hogan Welsh, Mr. John Fitzgerald, Mr. Robert Delano, and Mr. David Slate, who are off to well-deserved retirements after a combined total of 136 years of dedicated service. All of you have played a vital role in the education of these fine young people, and your efforts are truly appreciated. In addition, a special thanks goes out to Dr. Thomas McGarry, our superintendent. Tonight is his last graduation after 17 years of exemplary service to the Long Meadow Public Schools. He has contributed in many ways to the success of each of you. Dr. McGarry, we wish you a well-deserved retirement filled with good health and wonderful times with your family. You can be proud of what you have accomplished, and we thank you for insisting that we all focus our eyes on the child. Seniors, please join me in a tribute to these outstanding educators. Let me begin by complimenting all of the 263 seniors for a job well done. Your presence here tonight indicates that you have successfully fulfilled the requirements for graduation and that you are well prepared for life's next challenges. Speaking of challenges, parents, it's okay for you to now take that sigh of relief after the experience of guiding your children through 4 years of high school. It is certainly a time that many of us can relate to. In many ways, your job was just as difficult as it was for your children to get to this point tonight. You too deserve credit for all of their accomplishments. It's no secret that strong parenting with set guidelines and expectations, combined with a great deal of patience and love, are the main ingredients for success. Tonight is your celebration as well. You have been and you always will be there for your children, and that sense of security is so very important as our young people face the daily issues in our world today. Our faculty extends a thank you to you for sending us such terrific kids who arrive each and every day prepared and excited to learn. The positive interaction between students, teachers, parents, advisors, and coaches is clearly, in my mind, the factor that makes Long Meadow High School such a special place. The support that you extended to us led to a wonderful partnership that we truly appreciated. Seniors, as you look back at your high school days, I hope that a smile appears on your face. As we often talked about, this was a time that you will always remember, a time of intellectual and physical growth, a time to push yourself to a higher level and to strive to improve with each passing day. You established friendships, you learned to deal with difficult situations, and you learned how to make decisions that best serve your personal development. You were asked to be a team player and to contribute to the success of your school and to your classmates. Looking back, you should be pleased. You have clearly done an outstanding job. Over 90% of you are off to excellent institutions of higher learning. AP and SAT results this year were some of the best in school history. For the second year in a row, all seniors have met the MCAS requirement for graduation. Your music, art, drama, and literary performances continue to set a standard of excellence second to none. Your athletic program was named the best in Western Massachusetts in 2003 and is well on the way to a repeat recognition in 2004. As seniors, you were leaders in establishing a wonderful environment for learning. Whether it was intense work in the classroom, holiday dancing in the gym, or a mass exodus from the Learning Center, you always encouraged a cooperative effort. And finally, you gave us Rory O'Brien, a cult figure whose legendary public address announcements will always be remembered fondly. In addition, this class will be remembered for bringing Travis Roy and the Accept the Challenge concept to our school. You were the ones who truly developed an action plan along with your teachers to make this such a successful event. You led us and a large segment of the community in a common reading of this truly inspirational story about Travis, a young man who has overcome tremendous obstacles as he strives to accomplish his life goals. You learned from this undertaking, you set goals, and you clearly accepted the challenge of contributing to your community. What a sense of pride for all of Long Meadow when the students of this high school were able to raise the largest sum of money by any organization in support of the local MDA fundraiser. You worked together and showed us all, and more importantly yourselves, the value and sense and satisfaction that goes along with helping others. As I contemplated words to send you off to your next challenge, once again, my thoughts went to the words of Travis Roy on that special opening day. If you recall, he spoke of his 10 rules of life, and it was his final rule that caught my attention. Travis noted that there will always be more lessons to be learned. You may think that with tonight's graduation, you are finished with high school, but the schedule you have been on will continue, because you will always be a student. The courses you will take will be varied and intense, difficult and rewarding. A block will be the family who has been with you so far and the new one you are likely to form in the future. B block will be your future formal education and training. C block will be the work you will do, the jobs you will take on. D block will be the relationships with people you will form and lose. E block will be the world with all of its worries and wonders. F block will be unpredictable events and surprises that come your way. This may even include a Red Sox World Series victory, although I know we taught you to be more realistic than that. G block will be your mistakes and your triumphs. H block will be the study of yourself, who you were, who you are, and who you have the possibility of becoming. Yes, there are no free blocks in life's hectic schedule, just lessons to learn with and without books, with and without teachers, and with and without tests. When you leave here tonight, don't be late for your next class. Thank you. And now it is certainly my pleasure to introduce Michael McDonough, President of the Class of 2004.
Thank you. Members of the school committee, Dr. McGarry, Mr. Birdie, Long Meadow High School administrators and faculty, relatives and friends, and most of all, my fellow graduates, good evening. Before I begin, I would like to say something directly to you, the graduates. Congratulations, we made it, it's over. It's been a long 4 years, and as I look from face to face at everybody in the crowd today, I'm never surprised by the accomplishments which we achieved together as a class. When people from other schools come up to me and ask me how I label my class, they say, is it a party class? Is it a test-taking class? Is it a sports class? I never know what to say. I don't just tell them it's just about academics and we're just about performing arts, even though, we have published writers sitting here, we have award-winning mathematicians, gold medal singers who performed at Tanglewood this year, and even Carnegie Hall musicians. But that's not the first thing that comes to my mind. I also don't say we're a class full of jocks, even though we have a ton of great athletes and incredible accomplishments this year. And finally, I don't say that we're really a party class, even though the last couple of weeks have been pretty crazy. What I do say is that there are two things that I think define our class. First of all, there's extreme friendship and loyalty throughout the entire class. Second of all, there's an intense desire to compete and excel, whether it's in community service, athletics, academics, the performing arts, whatever. This class knows how to come together in groups and win. Excelling at any task takes friendship and support of your classmates. That is how I will remember this class. And that is why Ben Swayze, Katie Manzi, Carly Chase, Courtney Zorko, and I have been extremely proud to be able to say that we are your class officers. We thank you for that. But now, I'd like to move on to the future. As we leave high school, I think our first challenge is going to be to set goals and devise a realistic plan to achieve them. We know that we may not always reach our goals, but that's not what matters. What matters is the journey and the effort, and knowing this will keep us on track. Let us strive to organize our priorities and tattoo them to our brains so we never lose course. We've been taught here to make decisions based on priorities, sound priorities. Our teachers, by their examples, have shown us that there's much more to life than just money. Let's not let society fool us into believing that those with the most money will be the happiest or the most successful. Albeit, we know there's nothing wrong with making money and having a great job. However, throughout life, we must remember that our parents, our grandparents, and our teachers have always taught us the importance of even more valuable goals, such as raising a family, caring for each other, and for some, just getting in touch with God. Our next challenge may not be so easy. I know you've heard it a million times, but once we leave high school and get out into the real world, this is when it really matters. We have to continue to give back to the community around us. No one is asking us to go out there and change the world. But can't we at least make a difference to those in our immediate surroundings? Our teachers have always challenged us to get involved, to get off the sidelines in life. Well, let's take that challenge one step farther. Let's try to have an immediate, positive impact on those around us. Let's go right up to those that we see every day and make a difference in their lives from day one. Most of all, let's not delay. For years, we've been hearing our parents say how fast we've been growing up and how quickly time passes. That is hard for us to relate to, I know, and most of the time we just ignore them and walk away. But I think many of us are realizing right now that they're speaking the truth. You see, the class of 2004 was born in the mid-1980s. I'm sure Mr. Fitzgerald or any other history teacher will tell us that this was a time of great prosperity and peace. The Cold War against Soviet communism was soon to end, and Ronald Reagan was president. Well, in the blink of history's eye, the future is upon us. President Reagan will be buried tomorrow. The country is at war against a global terrorist threat. Longmeadow High School graduates from just a few years ago who sat in the very seats that you're sitting in are now fighting for freedom in Afghanistan and Iraq. This week, we could not turn on our television sets without learning of the 60th anniversary of D-Day, when Americans crossed an ocean to help save the world. Some members of what is now known as the Greatest Generation, who fought in that war, are sitting with us today as proud grandparents of graduates. We can only imagine how quickly those 60 years have passed for them. Closer to home, in 1987, when most of us were just in diapers, the Longmeadow school system began a wonderful new era when Dr. Thomas McGarry became our superintendent. And today, Dr. McGarry will begin a well-deserved retirement. Well, I'm sure that Dr. McGarry would agree that time is precious and that there is not a moment to waste when we are doing things that are important. Dr. McGarry, we thank you for your long public service to the Longmeadow schools. All too often in this world, people just sit back and say, I'll do it later. Whether it's donating to charity or just calling friends we haven't seen in a while. They just say, I'll do it later, I don't have the time, I don't have the money. Well, class of 2004, let's make sure that's never us. We may not have much money now to give to charity, but you can give with much more than a checkbook. The homeless shelters, nursing homes, volunteer organizations, and soup kitchens that exist in our community also exist in the college cities and towns which we will soon be living in. We were told that community service looks great on a college resume. Well, let's stay in the trenches and continue to do what we can to help out and make a difference. The demands on our time these upcoming years will be tremendous, but we need to make the time to join a volunteer group that will help show us the way, whether it's a Newman Center, a Hillel, or a secular organization, it doesn't matter. There are many great ways to stay involved in local communities if we only look for them. Our final challenge may be the most important one of all, to always be there for one another. Let's never forget who we are and where we come from. I'm sure we won't forget the memories we've shared at Longmeadow High School. We have the car washes, the sophomore lock-in, the junior-senior dances, the prom. We have Tent City, which some of us might want to forget. But our memories go deeper than formal school functions. I'll remember mostly the simple things, such as the lunches we shared together, especially the chicken patties. I'll remember the teachers that we drove up the wall and tormented mercilessly. But most of all, I'll remember all the friendships. Let's promise never to burn a bridge. Sure, we'll have reunions, but let's not wait. Let's always stay in touch. Today, we mark our end as classmates. But it is not completely the end, because as you know, commencement is a beginning, and when I look to what lies ahead for the class of 2004, like you, I will think of the friendships which I hope will last a lifetime. May God bless and keep safe the class of 2004. Thank you. I now have the privilege and honor of introducing a man who has served our school system for 17 years. Over his tenure in Longmeadow, Dr. McGarry has gained a reputation for incredible organizational skills and leadership. But let's be honest, graduates, we just know him as the guy who grants us snow days. Over the years, many people have tried very hard to bribe Dr. McGarry with several things to get more snow days. They've tried cookies, money, you name it. But today, the class of 2004 would like to present you with one snowman cookie for every snow day you ever granted us, 22 since kindergarten.
I told them, kids, you can take tomorrow off. How's that? Thank you. Graduates of the class of 2004, I want to talk to you directly just for a few minutes. I won't take too much of your time. Right now, you have got to be overwhelmed with excitement. I know you're looking cool, but you got to be just turning over inside. What a night, what a week, what a combination of 4 wonderful years and 12 wonderful years of education. Your adrenaline's got to be pumping, and you got to hardly be able to stand it. And yet, if you stop to think it over, there's a part of you that's a little sad, a little nostalgic. So much is over, as Mike told you. So much is behind you. So many achievements, so much fun, so many friends, so many feelings. Now they're past. What lies ahead? My favorite poet and philosopher, T.S. Eliot, has something to tell you about that. Now I know it's poetry, I know it's graduation night, but I did give you snow days, okay? So in the middle of all your excitement, I want to invite you just to take a few moments and reflect. Stop. The world never stops. Stop. Think. Savor your past. Anticipate your future. Here's what T.S. Eliot has to tell you, and he's telling you about your life. We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all of our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. What Eliot's telling you is that you have already experienced many of the basic truths of what it means to be human, but you may have missed some of them. You may not have been paying attention. You will spend your life, during all of your explorations, understanding basic truths over and over at a deeper and deeper level, until, as your explorations move toward their end someday, you will finally fully understand what your life means. You see, you spent your years in Long Meadow exploring, discovering, and growing. In the process, you've learned an awful lot of information. You've gained a ton of skills. But most importantly, you've begun to discover some of the essential truths of life. As I read somewhere, truth is more than the answer to a question. It's a movement of the heart. Your heart has been moved to discover the truth of ideals. Ideals will instill your life with passion. Your heart has been moved to discover the truth of fidelity. Fidelity will instill your life with trust. Your heart has been moved to discover the truth of friendship and love. Friendship and love will instill your life with meaning. You've experienced these truths already, but have you really reflected on them? Have you really taken a moment and understood them? As Eliot says somewhere else, too often we have the experience, but we miss the meaning. Life moves so fast. It's so filled with distractions. Sometimes we don't even recognize the full meaning of what's happening to us. Years can pass, and we can miss the meaning of our own lives. All of us feel that way one time or other, especially parents and grandparents who are sitting here tonight. Right now, they're thinking, where did the time go? If only we'd taken more time. If only we had relished your childhood more. But you see, nothing's ever completed. Even though your lives will be filled with exploration and new experiences, still, in the midst of your exploring and learning, you will return over and over again to these fundamental truths. The truth of ideals, the truth of fidelity, the truth of friendship and love. And as you deepen your understanding of these truths, you will grow in the truth of who you are. You will become more idealistic, more faithful, more loving. You will become more true. But you have to watch closely and you have to think deeply. If you don't pay attention, you will miss the moments, the deepening understanding. You will miss your own life. If you do pay attention, your life will grow and swell with meaning and fulfillment. These truths will be, in Eliot's phrase, your still points in a turning world. So let me end as I began, with Eliot, the poet and the mystic. Please listen to him again. He's a prophet. He's telling you about your life. He's predicting your future, as it will be if you will just live it with attention. We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. And then he adds, to assure us on our journey, and all shall be well, and all manner of thing shall be well. Goodbye, my young friends. Godspeed.
Through thick and thin, a friendship that will never end. When you are weak, I will be strong, helping you to carry on. Call on me, I will be there. Don't be afraid. Please believe me when I say, count on. I can see it's hurting you. I can feel your pain. It's hard to see the sunshine through the rain. I know sometimes it seems as if it's never gonna end, but we'll get through it. Count on me through thick and thin, a friendship that will never end. When you are weak, I will be strong, helping you to carry on. Call on me, I will be there. Don't be afraid. Please believe me when I say, count on. I know sometimes it seems as if we're standing all alone, but we'll get through it, 'cause love won't let us fall. Count on me through thick and thin, a friendship that will never end. When you are weak, I will be strong, helping you to carry on. Call on me, I will be there. Don't be afraid. Please believe me when I say, count on. There's a place where our faith and love begins to reach. As a I know the light can light
administration, faculty, fellow students, parents, and guests. Good evening. Over the last few weeks, I have been thinking about both our past and our future. I don't have to stand up here and point out that it's been a long 12 years, because I'm sure you all know that. Who could forget the 56-minute classes that we had to sit through each day, the call downs that we would have to receive to go see Mrs. Sutter, Mr. O'Shea, and Mrs. Brown, or the friendships that would be good some days and filled with drama on others. I remember sitting in class, counting down the days until graduation, which I thought were bringing an end to all of the call downs, the long teacher lectures, and arguments with friends. I now realize that all of the things that we thought were irrelevant were important lessons for life. Graduating does not necessarily mean freedom from the high school challenges, because instead of dealing with Mrs. Brown and Mr. O'Shea, you will now have a boss. Instead of listening to the long teacher lectures, you will now have to listen to one from a college professor. Your friends will be coworkers, and the challenges will continue. Your actions over the last 4 years have determined your success at Long Meadow High School. How you choose to respond to these new challenges will determine your success in the future. I know all of you have heard the phrase, "You are the future," but what does that mean to you? I used to think it was impossible for all of us to be successful in the future, whether you lose your job or win the lottery. Time and unforeseen occurrences can change your life. Although things can happen to you that are beyond your control, it is important to remember that you are in control of how you respond to those events. If you haven't realized it already, your ideal life is not going to be served to you on a silver platter. The path you choose to take is not up to your parents nor your former teachers. The choice is yours. In conclusion, you chose to make it to graduation. You took ownership of this goal and made it happen. By graduating, you have demonstrated to yourself and to everyone else that you are a success. Take the lessons that you have learned and the success that you have had at Long Meadow High School and build the future of your dreams. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2004.
Good evening. The name of my poem is Lost and Encouraged. Lying down on the grass with eyes shut gives you time to think. When who we were is not who we are, and who we are is not who we will become. Gives you time to ponder the past, present, the future. Helps you understand the mistakes you've made, the loves you've lost but found again, the friends you've stumbled but never truly fallen with. Moments strung out like broken glass upon an empty lot can be put together, but the order will never truly be found. Flashes of light imprinted on our mind create the memory. When one simple night on the weekend can be filled with limitless possibilities. Telling others we'll always be close, when inside, the truth is too hard and real to actually bear. Tears and laughter become blurred into one emotion, one fantastic and beautiful feeling of both hope and despair. The words of Dylan become relevant in all generations. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand, Your sons and daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend a hand, because the times, they are a-changing. And changing they are, and criticized we will be. But remember, with all new ventures comes those with disbeliefs. This rambling contains a message, and it is to expand your minds. Change your thought. Experience people and emotions that you have never seen or felt before. Read some poetry from an author other than Shel Silverstein. Write down your emotions, express your passions, become a poet, because we all can. We all have the power to unleash our fury and love upon the earth. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Carly Chase, and I am the class of 2004 Student Council Treasurer. I am here on behalf of my class to present our class gift. After much contemplation and consideration, we have found one weakness in our current school. As we've experienced the first perilous events of our generation over the past 4 years, we have all felt a need to be more informed about the world we live in. Consequently, we have decided to donate televisions to our Student Learning Center to give every student better exposure to current events. The televisions will be permanently fixed on news outlets, so the televisions will only be used for educational purposes and not just as a source of entertainment. They will also be equipped for VCRs, so teachers can use them for classes. We hope that by giving these televisions, all students at Longmeadow High School will be able to achieve a better grasp on the life-changing events that occur every day throughout the world. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. You're about to graduate from Longmeadow High School, one of the most respected schools in the state, which is graciously attributed to the hard-working faculty. Yet, after 4 long years of contemplation, I have come to one mere conclusion. The teachers and administration have helped us in no way through our long and arduous paths. The majority of students simply con their way through high school, just kind of going with the flow. There are a few kids who actually try, but they're referred to as those kids. So why have we always credited our success to the teachers? I can't answer that, but I can relate to the unseen side of the faculty here at Longmeadow High School. First, the English department. Masters of the English language? Maybe, but let's face it, the English teachers are pretty much a compilation of space cadets. I could never figure out which teachers mistakenly drank some NyQuil before class or which teachers were simply never playing with a full deck. Either way, English class was always a very strange experience. The math department. Here we have some of the most intelligent people in the school. However, they weren't the best with explanations. You guys know when a big test was coming up and you'd start to actually pay attention in class. Someone would always ask the teacher to explain something, but simply get the response, I mean, it's just the square root of the hypotenuse multiplied by the inverse of the wax's value times pi, which is then divided by the resultant quadratic formula. Then just graph it on the tangent line of the parabola. They explained it like they were ordering a Happy Meal. Anyway, at this point, I usually had close to 17 lines in Tetris on my TI-83. The foreign language department is a mixture of 2 types of teachers. Some are much like English teachers and really have no idea they exist, while others are a student's worst nightmare. These were the teachers that expected you to be bilingual as a freshman. They would always say so sadistically, I'm only trying to help you out. Yeah, you're helping me out by giving me a D on the test. Thanks. Now, the science department is also made up of two groups of people. First, a dying species of old men who somehow always forgot that there were males in the classroom. And second, a new breed of young teachers that actually enjoy science. In all honesty, who in their right mind enjoys science? Finally, the last academic course, history. The history teachers are rather interesting. Over the years, I learned that, in fact, we didn't learn much history in history class at all. Instead, we were taught that socialism isn't such a bad idea and that Castro is really a pretty good guy. First, let me remind you that the 60s are indeed over, and second, get a clue and vote Bush. Some argue that all artistic geniuses are a bit crazy. Well, here at LHS, it's no different. While nobody has cut off their ear yet, our music and art teachers are all eccentric in their own little way. On one end of the spectrum, a few teachers run their classes like boot camp, while on the other hand, knowing your teacher views pornography as art is simply a refreshing break in the day. On to the administration. In all honesty, did anybody really get any guidance from guidance? I didn't. But more importantly, a little while before I sent my applications out, I reviewed my final transcript with my guidance counselor. She started asking me how Algebra 1 was going and whether my tutor Lenny was helping me out. And now I thought to myself, I know I don't remember much from high school, but I do remember taking algebra in the 8th grade. Well, I knew something was wrong when she told me that being a Girl Scout troop leader would greatly benefit me. So I glanced over at the screen and I saw Nadugu's transcript. Okay, A, that's just the wrong gender, and more importantly, B, I made her up. She doesn't even exist. During my junior year, I wore a sports bra during a soccer game, and Mr. Deary made fun of me. Wait, he made fun of me? I only wore the sports bra because as a male soccer player, I was always jealous of the excessive attention the female teams received from Mr. Deary. Mr. O'Shea and Mrs. Brown are actually rather nice people. Nobody could ever figure out if there was anybody on the other end of Marty's walkie-talkie, or if... or if he simply has a fetish for authority. And Vesta, what is it that you order at Starbucks every morning? Because I sure could have used some of that after Tent City. Regardless, if you hold the door for them once in a while and say hi in the halls, they'll let you off most of the time. But marshals and any other underclassmen here, if you ever get in any real trouble, deny it, and deny it. Moral? No, not at all. However, it's worked for me throughout high school, but today I'd like to clear my conscience before we part our separate ways. Yes, I really did skip our freshman field trip and go to TRL. Half the time I saw Mr. Birdie over the 4 years was as he scurried into the building 45 minutes late, appearing a bit flustered and mumbling a few curse words. The other half of the time he was making fun of the Red Sox. Hey, at least we know our principal is really earning his salary. But just a quick note, Mr. Birdie is a New York Yankees fan. Enough said. Finally, Dr. McGarry. Of course, the year you retire, we have a cold day. I mean, I appreciate it, but could you be a little more obvious that you didn't want to come to work? In all seriousness, on behalf of the class of 2004, I would like to express our gratitude to the teachers and administration. Throughout our 4 years here at Long Meadow High School, you have been with us through good times and bad, teaching us lifelong lessons and creating an irreplaceable experience in all of our lives. Let me remind all of you that none of us would be here today if it weren't for our teachers. Over the years, they have made unthinkable sacrifices, and for this, we will be forever indebted. You're one in a million, and we couldn't have done it without you. Thanks. So, students, I challenge you to strive to become more like that magnificent group of people to your left. That's right, your teachers. Despite their many idiosyncrasies, they possess the most desirable qualities one could ask for. Their most important lesson wasn't taught. Rather, it was displayed through their unconditional love and caring for each and every one of us, even when we didn't want them to. So tonight, I send you out into your future to care for and love your fellow man, even when you may not want to. I hope you all remember, life is not about the college you attend. It's not about the car you drive or the vacation home you own. And it's not about the money in your paycheck. Instead, it's about the impact you leave on the lives of those you meet throughout the course of your lifetime. Be compassionate to friends, family, even strangers. Make them smile, even laugh. In doing this, you will discover the most fulfilling rewards of all. It has been a lot of fun over the past 4 years, and I hope I really never see any of you ever again. Never, ever. No, I hope to see you all in 5 years at our reunion so that we can party together. But luckily, this time, we won't have to pass a breathalyzer. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you, and Godspeed.
Test. Oh, there we go. Our song might not be as good as that speech, but we'll try. Is it on? Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end there's right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf of good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and their skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end there's right. I hope you had the time of your life. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end there's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Good evening. I'm Ben Swayze, the class secretary, and it is my honor to introduce, on behalf of the 2004 graduates, and especially the class officers, our class advisors, who have graciously committed themselves and their time to helping the class function and grow. So now, to present the diplomas, here are Ms. Jo Slay and Mr. Michael Rosemond.
It is now time for the awarding of diplomas. As principal of Long Meadow High School, I am pleased to acknowledge that the members of the class of 2004 before you tonight have completed their graduation requirements. In recognition of this fact, I would ask the seniors to please move their tassels. Marshals, would you please direct the seniors to receive their diplomas from Dr. Thomas McGarry and from Mrs. Mary Ryan Kuziak, the chair of the school committee, as you had your senior year. Thank you.
Michael Gerald McDonough. Courtney Mary Zwirko. Katie Ann Manzi. Carly Meredith Chase. Benjamin William Silas Swayze.
Megan Elizabeth Aarons. Hillary Faye Allen. Robert James Imatruda. Megan Cordula Andrews. Katrina Art. Ozair Ahmed Awais. Stephen Christian Ayot. Michael Eric Baker. Christopher Paul Barquette. Lauren Ann Bedard. Brittany Lynn Belkin.
Rachel Alyssa Berg. Caitlin Ashley Bergeron. Lee Joseph Berman. Matthew Stephen Bertuzzi. Deziel Gerard Bissett. Justin Walter Betley. Zachary Edward Bitzer. Whitney Catherine Bloom. Stephanie Jill Bontempo. Sean Christopher Booten. Joseph Kane Bragdon. Alexandra Kirsten Bro. Christopher Thomas Breen.
Thomas James Broderick. Amanda Jane Brown. Tracy Michelle Brown. Lexi Ann Buckert. Alyssa Rose Burstein. Mary Elizabeth Cadieux. Tyvon Viet Kai. Christopher Michael Thomas Chapman. Anna Chin. Sarah Elizabeth Colgrove. Megan Kathleen Conley. Luke David Consolini. Richard Andrew Cook. Lana Ruth Cotton. Ryan Francis Coughlin.
Elizabeth Eileen Kroll. Eric Wayne Cromwell. Ian Lasher Daly. Patrick Lee Darby. Bridget Carol Dean. Gregory Andrew Dean. Thomas Achilles Dellis. John Joseph DeLuca Jr. Shannon Elise Demas. Andrew James Damaris. Megan Lee Dixon. Jennifer Ann Dyken. Matthew Lee DeMoro. Mark James DeRuza.
Megan Ann Doney. Thomas Francis Donnelly. Henry Joseph Drapalski III. Adam Jeffrey Druger. Caitlin Renee Dugry. Ian Margaret Durfee. Elliot Clayton Dutcher. Jonathan Solomon Edery. Andrew Kenneth Elin. Jessica Leah Elin. Ebony Lee Emanuel. Jonathan Scott Fahey. Maya Finn. Allison Elizabeth Fitzpatrick.
James Gerard Furch, Jr. Joseph Walter Fernari. Christy Joy Gandelli. Rebecca Ann Gauthier. Andrew Garamani. Diana Jean Gitlin. John Thomas Glenn. Sarah Betts Goddard. David Charles Gogel. John Mansfield Golden. Lauren Rachel Gorenstein. Tahir Eric Graham. Ryan Barrett Gravelin. Rufus Carl Green.
Jessica Nicole Grimes. Derek John Gillenhammer. Valerie Elise Haberman. Jamie Lynn Haddad. Maura Ann Hall. Jeffrey Harold Hambro. Michael Edward Hayes. Lauren Jean Heaton. Matthew Thomas Higgins. Thomas Russell Hill. Jennifer Stillwell Hoff. Kimberly Ann Howard. Nicholas Andrew Humbertston. Joel Owen Humphreys.
Linda Wang. Sarah Simon Jackson. Kelly Roberts Jacobic. William Adam Janes. Amanda Marie Jason. Eric Lawson Jefferson. Marquise Terrell Jenkins. Brett Hurley Johnston. Caitlin Marie Joyce. Jessica Glewa Judson. Peter Lane Kadushin. Shruti Kashikar. Eleanor Fitzgerald Katz. Rebecca Jane Katz.
Tyler James Kenefick. Ryan Patrick Kennedy. Gina Marie Cavane. Jihe Julie Kim. Michael Adam Kirstein. Robert Noss. Thomas Paul Koenigs. Casey Lee Kerner. Jillian Alexa Koss. Ashley Tara Kowarski. Tiffany Ava Kowarski. Elizabeth Ashton Krill. Patrick Joseph Kubala. Brittany Jean LaFountain.
Alexander Ross Littell. Emily Ann Lorenzano. Kenneth Lawrence Levitt. Jennifer Ashley Leduc. Carissa Ann Leduc. Christina Kim Lee. Cameron Philippe Leroy. Rainey Marie Leverett. Adam Miguel Levy. Ashley Lynn Lewis. Alexandria Nicole Lebos. Jacob Oliver Licht. Joanne Marie Lippert. Eileen Elizabeth Lynch.
Michael John Lysick. Nicholas Michael Magliato. William Michael Mayer. Eric Robert Mansfield. Adam Salvatore Manzi. Jonathan Andrew Marchand. Laura Way Marinelli. Amelia Lee Marsh. Emmeline C. Maddie. James Francis Maxwell. Donald Kenneth Mayu III. Bailey Labonte Mazer. Whitney Lauren McCormick.
Kaylin Elizabeth McAvoy. Michael Daniel McKay. Christopher Kieran McKenna. Adam Michael Maley. Brian Richard Methy. Andrew Travis Michael. Sarah Nadine Mickley. Christine Nicole Mooney. Kristen Elizabeth Moore. Rhonda Pauline Moore. Rodimus Jesus Mora. Andres Dario Morao. Liza Ann Mujali. Ryan James Murphy.
Darlene Susan Murray. Eric Michael Nadelman. Eloise Bloomberg Narrigan. Hong Kim Nguyen. Armando Stefano Nortez. Magdalena Maria Novak. Emily Kate Nuzzo. Rory Patrick O'Brien. Rory Michael Passini. Richard Clark Pearson. Michael Andrew Phillips. Ashley Nicole Pickett. Andrew Howe Pillard.
Richard Rinaldi Pinkman. Kathleen Marie Plummer. Catherine Elizabeth Fremont. Douglas Arthur Rader. Aaron Rosalie Randall. Ryan Joseph Reardon. Matthew David Retchen. Syed Mehdi Raza Rizvi. Christopher Michael Roach. Crislin Lee Robinson. Tiffany Jill Ronan. Mia Lane Rothweiler. Lindsay Marie Rufo.
Jonathan Blake Ruiz. Elizabeth Marie Ryan. Victoria Ann Sabatini. Daniel Lee Sampson. Melissa Marie Schroyer. Jocelyn Seeley Scudder. Brian Robert Shea. Alexander Zachary Shebar. Lucy Ludwig Sheehan. Jennifer Elaine Sherman. Kara Lynn Shapula. Nina Benzel Sidman. Tanya Marie Simmons. Adam Joel Singer.
Lee Rebecca Skelton. Alexander James Sklar. Andrew John Slasinski. Alexandra Rachel Smith. Nicole Whitney Sobel. Randall Dwayne Somerville. Evan James Soulier. Marina Leah Stein. Travis Darnell Suber. Matthew Michael Sullivan. Robert Michael Sullivan III. Melissa Ann Sunter. Lindsay Ann Tagliapietra. Ashley Bridget Talbot.
John Edward Tugneri. Tiffany Bianca Tranghisi. Mary Patricia Tui. Lee Esterly Erbschot. Arshia Vakil. Zachary Michael Van Scowen. Nicole Araxi Vardavizian. Monica Vasquez. Corey Lawrence Vincent. Molly Hastings Wagner. Joseph Francis Warga. Daniel Roy Weber. Jamie Sarah Weber. Kate Elizabeth Weinman.
Daigle Weiss. Jody Paula Weiser. Andrew Halpern Wernick. John Youngman Wang. Erica Shalair White. Rebecca Watson Whiteford. Aaron Lee Wilkins. Thomas Joseph Williamson. Cambrell David Wilson. Priscilla Barbara Whitroll. Lauren Kathleen Young. Jillian Emily Zeppa. Jason Andrew Zilowitz.
It's time for all of us to give the graduates a round of applause. Seniors, one last request. As you go through the next few days of celebrating your accomplishments, please take time to thank a parent, friend, grandparent who helped you get here tonight. They deserve that as well. Best of luck to the class of 2004. I wish you nothing but good health and happiness. Congratulations on a job well done. Marshals, please lead them out. Thank you. Thank you all for coming.